Okay guys, hey, how's it going? This is another little video here. I'm going to show you how I recreated this font here. I just thought it was a cool font. It's Grand Theft Auto font. I don't want it to say Grand Theft Auto, but I just wanted to kind of get the similar shape and feel of the font, but I didn't want to download and pay for it because I'm not really going to use it. It's just kind of for fun. So if you take a look, most of these letters are fairly rectangle-ish, and that's what I'm going to try to duplicate. You got a couple strange ones like this T, which I'll show you how I did too. So let's jump right into Illustrator now. So here we go. I got Illustrator open here, and the word I wanted to create was pitbull. And I did that pretty simply by just kind of thinking it through. So the first thing I did is I created this rectangle here. You can see that's all it is right there. I made it taller than wide, so it's not square. It's definitely a rectangle, and it's got rounded edges. Obviously, if anybody knows anything about Illustrator knows you can come over here and just go ahead and pick that tool and then draw out your shape. So that's exactly what I did. And then I had to figure out, how do I make it, look like it's a text and not a square box or a rectangle box. Well, like for example, if you look at this P, you can see it is this exact shape right here. The only thing is I added this little white square, or rectangle I guess, and this white square. And you can see it's the exact same thing. If I undo it, you can see now you got a P. For the I, it was really simple. I just literally almost cut it in half just by adding a white box on top. The T was a little trickier because it is exactly this shape again. I'll show you if I just delete this one and this one, you can see it's the same shape. The only difference is I added another box there and another box there. So if I go on delete, you can see that one comes back, that one comes in, then we got this square that shows up, and then bam, or not a square I guess, but that's how I got my T. And you can see that T reflects pretty well the actual Grand Theft Auto T, which is one of the funkiest letters. You can see right there. It looks pretty good. So that's great and all. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull down this red box that I have in the background so you can see where I made all my weird. Now you can see it. Now it pops up. You can really see where how I edited those letters. Now that's kind of great and all, but that's gonna be weird. Anytime you put it on a different background or something, you're gonna get those weird white boxes. So I'm gonna lock that. Lock that red box in the background. If those don't know how to do that, object and just lock. That would, or you can use layers. That's the better way to do it. But for this, I'm just gonna do this. So now, we got to figure out what to do because we got these weird white boxes that we got to figure out. You can't have those. That's no good. So it's really easy. If you don't know how to do it, select both, like this little white square or rectangle and then the main rectangle, and come down here to your Pathfinder and click right here. If you click this one, it welds it, so you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you actually want to cut out subtract, and so I'm going to hit that button and you can see it deleted, or now it's cut. That piece perfectly cut. So now we got to get this edge too, so we're going to select both of these, the black and the white, and we're going to hit that same button right there, subtract, and we're going to get a nice P. There you go. Now we're going to do that for each and every letter. I'm going to quickly run through this just so you can see how it's done. Now when you have like this little box here and this little box here, you're going to have to do a little extra step. So we're going to select, again, I'm sorry, this isn't perfect. This is just for the tutorial. You can see I'm off here, but it'll look fine from a distance for now. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to select this main tool here, and I'm going to hit the subtract. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, didn't mean to select that one. We're going to select just this one and this one. Okay, the two white. So we got the two white pieces selected. You can see as I move them. I'm actually going to weld these two, which is this one right here. That's just going to make them join. So now it's one piece. Whoops, so that's good. So now we want to do the same thing here. I want this black box and this major one all to weld together. So again, I'm going to hit that weld button. Now they're one piece. and that went to the background. Not a big deal. We're just gonna click on it. We're gonna go Object, Arrange, and Bring to Front. Okay, that brings it back. Now we got to subtract that. So we're gonna highlight it, come down here, and hit the subtract. There you go. Now you have that. Okay, we got a weird issue here where you can see this right here is not lined up very nicely. So I'm just gonna kind of do it real quick by sight. Don't care if it's perfect because it's just for a tutorial. Oops, bring that down a little bit. Okay, so let's just say that is absolutely perfect for the purposes of this. I'm going to click on that white box. I'm going to click on the black, and I'm going to hit subtract. And then I'm going to get this box right here, click on that major black box, and weld that. Now we have one solid shape. Okay, so I'm going to go through and just do these ones real quick because these ones are easy. So I'm going to subtract. And we got two L's here. These are very, very simple. Subtract. And finally subtract. Now, when you zoom out, this is going to give you a cool little thing. It's going to look like, now it's going to look like a font. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to Object again, and we're going to unlock. Oops, unlock. Again, you should be working in layers. I'm just not, because I should be. And I'm going to delete that. And now you can move these all the way up against each other. And you have yourself a very similar, not perfect, but a very similar font to the Grand Theft Auto font. And this applies to a million other fonts where you can do virtually the same thing. You can look at a font and say, you know what, I think I can recreate that. Now when they're curvy and have lots of swirls and stuff, they're going to be a lot more difficult. But for this one, it's pretty simple. And if you look at that T, the T that I've created here, that gives you the best idea of how close I got. So that's the T right there. And then if you look at the Grand Theft Auto, the T is right here. And you can see it's got that same little notch on the top and the bottom. It's cut out, it goes all the way up, just about touches. And again, there's the T there. So it works really well, and it's actually a lot simpler than it might look. So, you know, don't be afraid to try things and go for it. Thanks for watching the video.